Good day, everyone. This is Juanita Kapp from Meticulous Moments, and I am streaming out of Tyler, Texas today with my good brother and friend, Kelly Kirkland. Welcome, Kelly.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. We are in season 3 of Meticulous Moments, guys. The last 3 years has been a roller coaster. It's been an experience. It's been a journey. And I'm so grateful for every single person that was on here as a guest, all the sponsors, all the affiliates, guys. You are amazing. You have brought us to the place where we are. We appreciate you being a part of the Meticulous Moments family. Also, a shout out to my group, the MAM group, Meticulous Martial Arts Mastermind. Guys, you are shining all over the globe. I'm so proud of you. And today we have the wonderful honor to interview Kelly. And he's a tattoo artist, but I'm going to ask him to introduce himself to you so that you can learn more about him.
Yeah, my name is Kelly Kirkland. I've been tattooing about 35 years. I started in the Marine Corps in 1987, which makes me about 12 years old. The journey I've been on for a long time. It's just been a roller coaster up and down. But everything is looking good, and we want to tell you about it today. So I want to kind of spend this time with her and see how things go.
Absolutely, Kelly. It is so wonderful to have you on the show. Shout out to your beautiful wife who's here with us. She is so amazing, guys. You should see her cool haircut.
She got a tattoo on the side of her head.
It's shaved, and then it's got this kick-ass tattoo here, and then it's blue, guys. I love it. It suits her so well. And they are such a beautiful couple, guys. They are doing amazing things together, and I love that. I want to also give a shout out to my fiance Kevin. He made the connection between Kelly and I. He was working on his vehicle, and that's how we got to talking about doing a show. Now, you guys, Meticulous Moments is all about community upliftment through leadership development. And you guys know I love a good underdog story, because that is where we get that wisdom, that knowledge and experience, right? That's where we learn the life lessons. So I want to ask Kelly, let's talk a little bit about your childhood. The things that you went through.
Well, it started out pretty rough. My mother was, off and on with different husbands and things like that. Since stepdads were kind of hard to count them all. A lot of them didn't like raising someone else's children. So, the roughness come from there. You know what I mean? It was, and I was seeing that being beat a lot and that kind of thing really was leading me down an angry road. I was in trouble a lot, fighting in school, constantly being in trouble. There was a time I had straight F's in school. And so I just saw it myself. Nobody really had to beat it into me that I was heading to prison, and or worse, So the thing that I decided to do for myself was to put myself into ROTC, which is a program for military, and it was JRTC in high school, and I started out in the Marine Corps, and I loved it. It was great, but it kept me from going home. I did not want to go home whatsoever. It was, nothing but pain, and, I was beat severely over a sandwich one time, and that kind of thing sticks with you, you know. Um, and there was blood on the ceiling from that beating. And then I was picked up, me and my brother was picked up by CPS and locked up in that system for a while. And things were not going well. My mother was kind of having a difficult time taking care of us, and trying to have a steady husband at home, and things weren't working out. So, you know, by the time I hit high school, I was in a rough way, you know. So I knew that I was not heading in the right direction, you know. fighting every day and getting in trouble and getting the grades was not good at all. And then what happened was a Marine in his uniform come by the high school I was at and started talking about, thinking about your future and thinking about what you could do with yourself. And back then, there was not a lot of TV or internet or anything like that. And he looked like a damn superhero to me, you know, with the uniform and everything. And I was like, that was amazing, you know? And so seeing someone stand there like that and them telling you that you can make it and that you can turn things around and it not be don't let the past ruin your future, you know. And I thought about it. So I let them kind of guide my way. And by the time I hit at the end of high school, I was on a plane a week after graduating high school to California to do my boot camp. And then after that, went to my MOF school, which was in Fort Lee, Virginia. I had never left the city I was in, and that was around Beaumont, Texas, little towns around there. Um, but the hardships and then having it turned around like that, and the Marine Corps ended up being my dad. Basically, that was what saved me from going to that life of just nonstop misery, you know. And so when the Marine Corps helped me out, I was planning on staying in for life. That's where I wanted to be, you know. But injuries got a hold and things happen, that you don't see. So when I got out of the Marine Corps after touring Japan for a couple of years, and then I was by the demilitarized zone by North Korea during the wintertime. And I don't suggest that for anybody. But I come out of the Marine Corps and I meet my wife shortly after. And we stayed married and we're married today. And it's been, I don't know, 33, 34 years in that. And we've got some kids together. She says they're mine. I'm not really sure. I mean, as they halfway look like me. I'm kind of on the fence. um, but I started tattooing in Okinawa. My dad did some commission work for Hallmark cards. My mother ended up being a professional wrestler on TV, and we're going to show you a picture of her shortly. But as a kid and bouncing around like we did, we we would meet Andre the Giant and Dusty Rhodes and the Von Erichs and all the big time stars. When I was 6 and 7, 8 years old, 10 years old, watching these wrestlers live, and it was nothing to see these people. Now I understand what it was all about, but back then it was just normal life, you know. Um, but my mother was one of the first female wrestlers to go to Korea after the war and from America. So that was something she did. Um, we traveled a lot and it was hard to make friends because you're bouncing from school to school to school. And it was really tough to keep things going in the right direction. But the Marine Corps saved me, and I really love that. So tattooing was something that I fell into while I was in Okinawa. Some friends have asked me if I would tattoo them, and they made up a machine, and I loved it. It was a lot of fun. So that was in 1987, 88, and became a pro in 91, and I've been sitting in this location since 94.
That is the impeccable story. And I myself love getting tattoos, guys. And let me tell you, they are the most dedicated people out there because it takes hours. My goodness, the one time I was there for 5 hours.
Yeah.
And it takes long. What's the biggest tattoo or the longest time span you've done in a day for a tattoo?
Man, I've done 12 and 14
Oh.
hours on one person. I've done whole body suits and designing from head to toe, you know. You know, designing on people, it's a lot of fun. Being able to just freehand and draw, and
Yeah.
people give you that freedom to do something like that, and it's that creativeness. It just
Yes.
comes out of me, and I enjoy it. I can tell you some of the tattoos in the 35 years I've been doing this. Some of them stick out of the ones that I would not. I don't turn down tattoos because I got family to feed. I got kids at home and that kind of thing. So money's important to pay the bills. So you don't say no to just about anything. You just whatever, what I mean? Whatever you want.
Yeah.
But there are a few that stick out that are pretty strange. I had a mom bring her 18-year-old son to get in, and I mean, say
Yeah.
weird shit.
Yeah.
She wanted him to get his first tattoo.
Snap.
I'm not doing that.
What did you say, Mrs. Kirkland?
I said no. I'm not. I'll put it on your leg. I'll put it on your butt. I'm just not doing it there. um, you know, I've had people bring. I had a mom bring their son and getting his first tattoo. He's 18, and he wanted her lip prints on his neck.
Oh.
His mom's lip prints on.
What?
I have no idea. Some of the things that people ask for,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, but you're in the business. So
Yeah.
you've got to kind of
That's
take
it.
it easy and do what you got to do to put food on the table. But some of the things you get in this business is quite out there. The things people come up with.
Yeah, I think so with tattoos before. And it's lovely because the art is there, and
Yeah.
that is something they have a connection to. That is what they want. But I understand that there are limits. There's limits to all things. So I can just imagine having someone request that, and you will have to,
Oh,
be very firm and say
I just
it
had
doesn't work.
another thought. I remember another guy wanting his girlfriend's name for her birthday, which is not unusual. People get each other's names all the time,
Yeah.
but he wanted it between his butthole and his balls.
Goodness gracious. No idea
I
why
said
you
no.
would.
Yeah, no. Oh, but I want to surprise her. I said, surprise. I'm not doing it.
Go to the house. Go
Yeah.
to the house.
I don't need that buddy that bad.
No.
Uh-huh.
Guys, thank you for your service to the States and for the impact that you are making out there, putting your lives on the line. I saw with you the other day that beautiful mural that you painted for the veterans. I've got photos of that. I'm going to put it in the recording here. Tell us about that and how long
Well,
it.
I do a lot of volunteer work with American Legion, which is a nonprofit organization that is all over the world. And it is something that I'm proud of. That we do a lot for the community, and we raise a lot of money for families that are in need, and any veterans that are out there that need anything. That's a great place to go and get what you are in need of. We're a great organization. I work with another place called Camp B here in Tyler. They're a great organization too. Um, So VSO, which is the Veterans Officer Service, this this helping the veterans is definitely top priority for me. You know, this community always needs people like us veterans to stick together and make sure that we're all taking care of each other. You know what I mean? So it's important for me
Yeah.
and my family. So we are out there cooking on Thanksgiving and cooking for Christmas and helping with, you know, any kind of things that are going to raise some money to help anybody that's going to need anything that we can provide for them. So
That's
that's how I feel about it.
amazing. That's amazing. I once did a public speaking event for a company that is veteran owned. And, they put the song Proud to be American on,
Mhm.
honor the veterans. And I will never forget that experience.
Yeah,
When we all sang, I know the song, and we all sang it together.
right.
And we have to honor our veterans, guys. So get in contact with whoever you can in your area and help your veterans. Be involved, like Kelly is involved in the community. Mrs. Kirkland is involved in the community. And Kelly, you're also a cook.
I am. So, I work 50 hours a week, tattooing and trying to provide for my family. But on my days off, I'll put together a menu for me for the week. I don't do a lot of fast food. So I try to eat as healthy as I can, but it's really hard whenever you're, working on a lot of people and you only got 30 minutes to throw something together, So I try to just make my own meals. And so I do a lot of smoking meats and, lots of ribs and, it's just a lot of fun for me to get in there and just sit there and enjoy the day of feeding that thing wood and, have fun with it. So, we're going to link up with the YouTube videos I put together. It's all still new to me. Y'all don't give me a hard time.
They know that's been there. They're going to follow and support you.
Yeah.
But cooking brings people together, right?
Absolutely.
And being a good cook is a superpower because people, when they sit around the table, it's just something that happens. We have community.
Yeah.
We connect. We have that time to communicate, to really speak our hearts. It's the best time of being in a family. Is sitting around the table, guys, and having a meal together. So Kelly is doing so much in the community to bring people together to service the veterans. And I've got a beautiful poster here. I'm going to put a photo of it up as well because he's got a product line coming up,
I
a
do.
clothing line. Let's hear more about that.
So, I came up with an idea that we can support each other. It's called Military Strong LLC. You can look it up on the website. It's militarystrong LLC.com.
Yeah.
It's a clothing line that's going to help each other kind of bring everybody together. So, the idea is that we're here supporting each other. It's not just for veterans and what they wear, which is great. I have that, but I want their families involved also, So making sure that we're all together and making sure that we take care of each other and love one another and, just have that support there. You know what I mean? And, hopefully we can get some people behind it. That's going to be great. And, all the fun stuff that comes with that. You know what I mean? So it just started, y'all. I just launched the website like a couple of days ago, but it's been about a year of putting this thing together that's been really tough. And I'm just one veteran trying to, do something that's going to support the community and support each other. And so it's veteran owned, veteran run by me. It's called a Military Strong. It's got some rifles on the back. Hopefully y'all love it. And we'll be sharing it with you soon.
Awesome. Kelly takes rifles and he makes these amazing tables.
Mm.
Tell us about the tables because we're sitting on one at one right now.
Right.
I'm putting photos on, guys. You have to check this out.
So I was just scrolling through the internet some downtime and came across these epoxy tables that I thought were really cool. You know what I mean? So, hey man, let's make one. You know, so done something and one thing led to another, and I started putting lights and guns and all kinds of bullets and all kinds of fun stuff with it, and it's just been a fun process to learn. And I tell you what, that don't mess one up because it is hard to get off that damn wood.
A lot of work. How
It's
many hours?
it's a monster.
How many hours? Does it
Oh,
take?
well, this one probably took 2 months to
Oh,
do.
goodness,
The
guys.
the craziness about this wood though is Rex Seeger from
Oh,
here in
no.
Texas. Um, the um the scraps they used to throw away back in the day. They would throw these pieces away if it wasn't straight and people didn't want to use it. Now you've got pieces that are all live edge is what they're calling it. So it's got a lot of movement in it. And each table's unique. There's not another one. Yeah, absolutely. So we're gonna show you some pictures here shortly and hopefully you'll like it. And it's been a lot of fun to put together. And you know, I do shows all over the country tattooing, and I judge shows.
Wow.
I've judged shows with Easy Rider magazine, Tattoo magazine. I've done Sturgis, that bike rally in the Dakotas up there. I've done Laconia, New Hampshire, bike rally up there. I've tattooed from New York to LA. I've done shows in Brazil. Um, Worked in Japan before. You know, it's just, but I take these tables with me here recently, and then that's a big hit, man. People are kind of tripping out that they're super heavy. Trying to pick.
What is this?
Oh, it's an old,
Beautiful.
yeah, it's an old rifle here. You know, we'll show it to you soon.
So pretty. So pretty. And I saw on the poster.
Yes, yeah.
So look, God is doing something through this show, guys. He's showing us that we can achieve, we can get from wherever we are. Doesn't matter what kind of underdog you are. You can be victorious. You can be the champion. You can build success in your life. Bring community upliftment like Kelly and his wife is doing. You can do anything you put your mind to. And I want to ask Kelly, you know, the road is difficult. It's not easy.
The road?
The road in life is difficult, especially when you
Absolutely.
start out as an underdog.
Yes.
We have disappointments
Yes.
and we have best moments ever.
hmm
Let me ask you, what was the biggest disappointment that you ever faced and how did you get through?
One of the things that I really had in mind when I was a kid that I was once I decided that military was going to be my life, and once I set my goal to that and went through boot camp and all the things that you got to go through while you're in the Marine Corps, and I picked one of the hardest service that you can pick, you know, in America. I wanted the hardest, you know, and so when it didn't pan out that I couldn't be there no more and things, some injuries happened and I'm not going to go into that, but you know, it just, you, your, your heart sinks, you know what I mean? Um, so I was just, you have to kind of reevaluate what's important to you, you know, and I went home. My mother was still she hadn't passed away yet. She's passed away from cancer, and that was really hard too. Um, so I went back and hung out with her for a little while and just talked with her, you know, and sometimes parents have good information for you. And she just said, don't let this stop you. Don't let it stop you from the goals that you have. Everything is still going in the right direction. You're not dead. So keep on going. You know what I mean? So we want good things, and I just can't let that discourage me from doing something that's going to help somebody. So when I'm not helping my family, I'm helping the veterans of the community. So that makes you have some get up and go in the morning time. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of fun to have that opportunity to help people around me make sure that they're going well. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, absolutely. Then on the other side, victory or something that you overcame, that you conquered.
Yeah.
What is that?
Well, the you know tattooing when I first started, I was just in the barracks of in the Marine Corps back in the 80s. They didn't mind you doing it, and it was just hard because you don't know what you're doing. You have no clue. Nobody's there to show you anything or how to, fix something if something breaks or anything like that. So you really have to kind of teach yourself. And then I come out of the Marine Corps and I go to a tattoo shop and they were gangster. I didn't know until I was knee deep in the shop that they were doing things that would lead most people in prison, you know. And I had a young wife, and she was pregnant at the time, and things were not looking well. I'm not going to put myself. I wanted to tattoo so bad that I stayed for a little bit. I started to understand that the owner was doing things that were highly illegal. So I had to quit that that job with some toughness. I'm not going to go into what I had how I got out of there, but it was really really tough. Then I had to start over. Um, my family is from the Ozark Mountains in Missouri, so I went back to Missouri and I brought my young wife and new baby, and we sat in the cold for a long time to try to get my career back started. And so I sat with a guy named Miller Cotton. Some of the old tattoo artists around there will still know his name. He's passed away, but the the name is synonymous with Easy Rider magazine, tattoo magazine, and stuff back in the day. He was in the magazines all the time, and he helped me kind of survive the tattoo industry. He was still tough, the apprenticeship was really hard.
Yeah.
You know, Getting over that was kind of like going through boot camp again. So some of the older apprenticeships in the tattoo industry, they're not around as much anymore. I try to keep all that traditional stuff still alive. I like it. I think it gives you stability. Um, you can't build a good career in this particular job where you're not going to have that stable base. You just need that. So with somebody that's going to be a good mentor to you and help you through some of the things that makes it's still going to be difficult, but try to make it a little easier to understand why you're doing something or why they're being tough on you. You know what I mean? Kind of what the military did. You know, they are tough on you, but for a reason.
That's true. That's
true. So
They bring
all
out their
this,
character.
yeah,
Build you
absolutely.
up into the person
And
you're
so
meant to be.
after about 5 or so years, I bought the company and I ended up buying him a house for for the appreciation.
Always pays off.
Oh yeah. So I bought the company, and I've been right in this little shopping area for well over 30 years.
That's amazing, guys. It's Kelly's Tattoos. That's the shop name.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
Yeah.
you should see this beautiful tattoo parlor. It's amazing. And the energy, because I know my people out there, I'm all about energy and good vibes and vibration. It's got a lovely energy in here. You will not even notice the time passing by. So come by and support Kelly. Come meet him and shake his hand.
Yeah, it's kellystattoos.com. Check us out. If you're in the city, give us a holler. Mm-hmm.
We are doing great things there as well. And look how everything is connected. I love the universe. I wanna share something, Kelly. I haven't told anybody. We share that with your beautiful work and your website designer.
Yeah.
Yesterday, Kevin is working and I'm sitting with him in the shop. And I'm just randomly thinking about this little dog I had, and how she got sick and how she passed away, and it was so sad. I don't know what made me think of that. And this morning, I'm there at the shop, and JT comes up with this little puppy, white puppy with a black face.
Mm-hmm.
And at first, it didn't hit me because Kevin and I have been looking for puppies. We want to have a little companion. But it doesn't hit me at first. I play with the puppy, and JT's son walks with it. JT says, here's your puppy. About 10 minutes later, I'm like, that puppy looks exactly like the puppy I spoke, the dog I spoke about yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Now Kevin comes in and we're like, do we want the puppy? Don't we want the puppy? He says, and we're thinking about names. They called him Wally because someone just dumped him at Walmart. Baby.
Mm.
So his name is Wally. And Kevin's like, no, we're not going to call him Wally. We're not going to call him after Walmart. He says, let's just call him Dog. And I said, no, call him Dog. And Cat walks in, Cat. Cat walks in and he says, I have the perfect name for your dog. And he wrote it down. And it's Deogee. He says Deogee. And Kevin and I just start laughing because he literally 2 minutes ago said, let's just call it Dog. And here Cat comes with this elaborate name. That's Deogee.
Oh, Deogee.
The universe, Kelly, the universe reciprocates our energy. And what we put out there, it sends back. I believe in good vibes. I send out good vibes to everybody.
Yeah.
And I make sure I am positive and I bring upliftment. And that's the energy I got when I walked into your shop.
Oh, thank you.
And I want to commend you on that because that, it's make difference in people's lives. We can see the tattoo, but we don't see the other things that we are importing in there.
Sure.
So I want to have a final question for you.
Sure.
Any words of wisdom? What did you learn?
Don't listen to me at all. No. No, don't let your past ruin your future. That's all I can tell you. You know what I mean? Don't let the things that some bad decisions other people made and do, if someone's hurting you or whatnot, don't let that destroy what you're going to do, what your path is for. You know what I mean? So if there's someone out there doing wrong to you, don't let it mess you up and destroy your path. Because I think a lot of people that are ended up in jail or prison for long lengths of time, and they will say that someone did something to them, or their mother or their father just was on drugs and they beat them or did horrible things to them, and then they ended up, in prison themselves for some silly thing that might have happened and made some bad decisions. Don't let that change your life. If somebody's out there doing those things, don't let it ruin what you're going for. You know what I mean? Your family needs you, and so make sure that you take care of them first. Don't let whatever happened before or somebody else's bad decision ruin you. You know what I mean? So I hope that helps somebody, and we'll make sure that everybody's happy. But don't listen to me, man.
It's done now.
I'm kidding.
Support them. Follow them. We're going to make his YouTube channel available as well. I'm going to put his website address here as well. Make sure you follow him. He's busy and his wife is busy with amazing things in the community. Share the love out there. Make an impact. Make your life count for something like they are doing. Because not everything that we go through is always about us. It's about what we make of that. And I agree completely with Kelly. Forget about what's past. Let it go. Whatever it was. Doesn't matter how someone has hurt you. You just keep pressing forward to your goals and, get that victory and forgive. I see so many people, Kelly, that go through things and they don't have forgiveness. And then they wonder why they don't reach the places they want to reach. They're holding on to that load. Just let it go. None of us are perfect. We make mistakes. Apologize or forgive, whichever side you're on, and move forward. And that's Meticulous Moments, because we decided our 2 words this year is influence and impact. So make sure that every day counts, guys. Send that good energy out there and connect with amazing people like Kelly. And we'll see you in the next session.
All right. Thank you for having me. Appreciate you.
Bye.
Bye, y'all. Bye.